Hello everybody and welcome to Evermizer Weekly Seed number 34 for the year 2024. We have a mock-up race today between Black Sliver and Vultus. While they're getting stuff set up, let's take a look at the settings. We have a random difficulty, short boss rush is on, all accessibility is off, so there may be some items that they're not able to get to, but that's part of the plan for the rando. Let's see if they pick up anything interesting here in this opening area, and then we'll get back to reading through all of these settings. Shell hat, okay, some early armor if they choose to take a second and equip that. Alchemy checks are the only thing pooled, so that so nothing is pooled because it's the only thing in the pool. Boss checks, Gourds, Sniff locations, all random. Vultus taking a reset. Oh, there's the gauge. Right out the gate. Wow. Why did Vultus take a reset? I was too busy, you know, since there's usually nothing going on. I was looking over here at the settings, so I missed what that was. I wonder if he just took too much damage with the boy, and early on, and accidentally took a death too quick. May have been it. But anyway, gauge found right here in the beginning. Yeah, boss checks, Gourds, and Sniff locations are all randomized. There's the gauge for Vultus. Very important to go back and get that. And now he's going to be setting everything up here for this skip if he's going to get it. Let's see what Black Sliver picks up. So Vultus gets the skip. Okay, what else? Vanilla Sniff ingredients. Alchemy formulas are randomized fully. And call bead spells are vanilla. We are allowing sequence breaks and cheats. I still don't know what cheats are. I think that's just like stuff that you can kind of get away with in the vanilla game. But sequence breaks are on. And then 206% experience and 149% money. So those are the settings. So just a lot of stuff randomized. All just amongst all the different checks and everything like that. So finding that, you know, that gauge in the opening area, yeah, that is one of the 4 necessary things needed to get to Omnitopia. And then with sequence breaks being on, that means being able to do the Saturn skip to get around Omnitopia. Also being able to use the skip to get into the volcano. More call beads. A mud pepper. Okay. Alchemy formulas are fully randomized. They're not swapped. So that mud pepper may be very important. May not be important at all. Don't know. Those are, in fact, the 2 options. Excellent commentary, Crash. Alright, Black Sliver's about to go into Fire Eye's hut, and Vultus is doing the same, queuing up outside, trying to gain an audience with Elizabeth. Let's see what we wind up getting here. So just kind of going through this, all these opening sequences before heading east towards the wasteland, the whirlpool sandpit wasteland. There's escape, all right, and is it useful? Ash, 2 mud peppers and ash. Okay, yeah, not fantastic. An amulet immediately, okay. And, Sliver's heading on, and Vultus will be following suit in just a second. So 200% experience, but not as much money, only 149. Still, plenty of drops to be found from all of the randomized pools and everything like that. Or really, things aren't pooled together. Everything is, in fact, just straight up randomized. So just kind of doing these early game checks here and early game leveling and gaining some money against these Skeletsnails. Both of them having a few call beads right now. Could use them right now to break up a bunch of Skeletsnails to speed this up a little bit, but probably just saving all of that for damage against Thraxus, or Thrax, whatever. Vultus is already in the shop, gonna go ahead and buy the Jaguar ring. Sliver spending a little bit more time leveling up, a little bit more time getting money. So Vultus gets his Jaguar ring. And another call bead, some more nectar. Okay, so some healing, more damage output, which is important. Oh, Sliver getting some misses on these Skeletsnails over here. We'll see if Vultus probably just full sends it. Probably doesn't backtrack. Yeah, he's going forward with the Everpupper. Ready to go. Yeah, how much is Sliver going to clear out? Is he going to clear out just every Skeletsnail that spawns in this first area? Or is he... Nah, he's waiting to get to a certain level. Vultus checking all of his ingredients. All right, so Vultus is now into the Bug Muck. Sliver is about to go to the shop to get his Jaguar ring, so we'll see what this Alchemist has. Stop! Another dino skin, so yeah, okay, so Vultus now with 2 pieces of armor decides to take the pause real quick to put that on. 6 parts of vinegar, wow. Go ahead and checking that gourd down there. And Sliver has bought his Jaguar ring and is about to head south into the Bug Muck as well. Vultus freezing the pupper. Skip to gourd. Oh, he's going back. He may have gotten a little close, but still holding the pupper there. So now Vultus is inside of the big bug itself, winding his way to the back, and Sliver is just now getting into the Bug Muck and is going to be picking up Stop for himself, which is not extremely exciting, but whatever. So yeah, it seems like both runners are just holding on to all of their call beads until getting to this first boss fight to help burst that down as quickly as possible. And the best defense being a good offense. Taking down the boss as quickly as possible, not only good for just rando racing in general, but also for the safety of being low level against, you know, honestly, if, you know, the game has a pretty tough opening boss fight. But having a few call beads will make this easier. So Vultus is now in his boss fight against Thrax, and Sliver has finished talking to the Alchemist and is on his way to the big bug. So 6 call beads, and call bead spells, once again, are vanilla, so being able to throw a handful of flares. Let's see what kind of damage this does. That's enough! That is enough! Thrax having, I think the heart has 600 health. So, done. I think spent only 3 of the call beads to do that, so worth it to do that fight as quickly as possible. And picking up 1100 talons, which is nice for getting some early game alchemy if he needs it. There is the bronze axe. Okay, so that is a cutting weapon that is given here. But not only that, just being the bronze axe allows access to the pyramid and cutting open the stones in between the pyramid and the halls, being able to get those checks out of the gourds as well. And so Vultus is now sending it further north. And Sliver is getting into his fight against Thrax now. So let's see what... We have Acid Rain. Acid Rain is Acid Rain. Alright. And Sliver's going to throw... Oh, he's going to... Oh! Did he multi-target the maggots as well, or is he just throwing down 3 storms? Not as much damage as the flare. There's a bronze chest plate found for Vultus. He's going to go ahead and switch it out, get a little bit more. So I don't know if Vultus casts more... Okay. Plenty of damage. Big overkill by my Sliver. I don't know if Vultus actually cast 4 call beads, or if he did 3. Flare just, I guess, does more damage than Lightning Storm, or for that particular point and purpose. So Thrax goes down for Sliver. Vultus is now going to go and talk to the Cure. Miracle Cure? I forget what this guy gives you. There's Barrier. All right. Barrier, Clay, and Ash. All right. So Sliver picks up his axe, gets his money, is about to pick up 10 wax and oil from Strongheart. And Vultus. Gonna purchase some ingredients. I guess get, yeah, some ash and some wax. Was it ash and wax? I'm trying to remember. It was ash and something else for that spell. Vultus now going south to Strongheart's hut to get these gourd checks. And Black Sliver learning Acid Rain as well. Sliver picking up that bronze chestplate. Vultus has a couple more checks here in the southern jungle to get. All right, and Vultus is not going to go back and talk to Fire Eyes. Is just going to go ahead and fly away and go somewhere else in the game. Sliver on his way south right now to do the same thing that Vultus just did. Go talk to Strongheart and check the gourds in the south. And Vultus going to Nobilia first. Go and get this timer going and get some checks here. Our Vultus exchanging his money, and is going to go buy from the fishmonger, and also go talk to the Atlas Alchemist, and purchase wings. Energize found. Energize is, what do we got? Water and meteorite? Oh, well, you're not going to be buying meteorite. So, that's unfortunate. Maybe finding. Maybe you'll luck out and stumble across 9 meteorite in a gourd or something like that. There's Miracle Cure. Barriers to clay to ash. That's what it was. Because I know Vultus went and bought a bunch of ash. So here he is now buying 6 wings, or filling up on the rest of wings. It's, again, not as much money in the seed as we've seen in previous seeds. A lot of the ones that we've seen recently have been 200% money or greater. This one only 149. So not as much capital to just throw about willy-nilly. But still, plenty. Vultus is now headed south. Gonna get the rock skip to get to Blimps. And Sliver is actually landing in the south. So they'll be in the same area at the same time. Vultus falls in the pit and is going to trigger this long cinematic. And we'll see what Sliver decides to do first, whether he goes and jumps in the pit or goes to... He may go across. He may just immediately full send this bronze axe. Yeah, it looks like he's going to check... No, he's not even going to stop at Crustacea. He's taking the bronze axe and is just going, this has to be something. Gonna go talk to this alchemist? No, not even do that. Well, I guess he's gonna pull over the elevator first. And then he can run up there, yeah. So Sliver just immediately following this bronze axe to see what it gives. Fireball, is it useful though? Crystalline mud pepper, no. Explosion for Vultus, is it useful though? Bone, yeah, bone and limestone. Not too shabby. Not a lot of money though. Pretty low money seed right now. Bronze helmet. Alright, that was all that Sliver wanted to do. And Sliver also picks up the bronze helmet. And let's see. Making a save. Alright, Vultus swaps out his armor and is headed west and is going to do the checks in Crustacea. Sliver has fallen down the pit and is going to trigger this cinematic now. Some more call beads. Vultus seeing if he can just get rid of some stuff. I don't need all these wings. Never mind. I don't need all these wings. The Atom Smasher. All right. So good physical damage there. Vultus trying to get enough money to buy the dog collar, I think, which is 500. Sliver picking up Explosion from Blimp. And is now headed north. Oh, go to the Sting Alchemist real quick. Before continuing on to Nobilia. And Vultus now heading west towards the river. Oh, there's a spiky collar for free. Always nice. And Drain. Acorn and Crystal. Nah. Alright, Vultus picking up Fireball from the Drain Alchemist, while Sliver picks up Drain from the Beekeeper. And is now rock skipping into Nobilia. And so he's about to do the same checks that we've seen Vultus do earlier. Exchange his money, talk to the Fishmonger. Talk to the Strongman, buy some wings. Typical county fair experience. Strongman, Fishmonger, get a plate of wings. Not those kind of wings. Escape wings. Alright, what are these checks over here? Picking up some bone. That's good for that explosion formula that Vultus has equipped right now. Checking to see what he has in his arsenal. And just gonna, Vultus is just gonna fall down the pit to get to the camp. And there is Revealer for oil and brimstone. Sliver picking up 4 wings, or up to 4 wings. I think he may have had 1 beforehand. And is headed back across the river. Sliver is done with what he wants to do in Act 2. Probably about to head to Act 3. I bet Vultus is planning on doing the same thing. Just heading to the right a couple of screens to get to the Windwalker. And we'll see them both going to Tinker's Tower at the same time. Nope. What is Vultus doing? Maybe a little bit of shopping before leaving. Loading up on bone, perhaps? Limestone and bone. Yeah, he wants to continue to be able to cast, Explosion. Black Sliver gets call up. Let's see if this is cheap. Water and dry ice. Nah, not really. Yeah, Vultus loading up on, stuff for Explosion. Reflect. Also a nice spell, if it's possible. Mud Pepper. God, Mud Peppers abound in this, alchemy list. Alright, now Vultus is leaving. He gained some more alchemy to cast Explosion, which will help in going through the dungeon in Ebon Keep. Nope. No, he's landing back at the volcano basin. Black Sliver taking a look at all of his alchemy formulas to see, and ingredients to see, and money. What? So, like, you know, what is possible right now for him? Vultus, alright, picks up a couple of checks and is about to head probably through the volcano base. And has barrier set up, I believe, just for damage mitigation. Black Sliver going ahead and triggering this cutscene that everybody has to go through. Just getting it out of the way. I don't know if he's going to decide to leave or if he is just getting it over and done with and then is heading on. Vultus defeats the raptors in the cave and is rewarded with a bazooka. All right. Infinite ammo is not one of the glitches in this seed. Sliver is leaving, yeah. So I guess he just doesn't feel like he's well-equipped enough to go through the dungeon below. So probably... Oop. Big think here. Yep. Headed to the volcano base as well. Vultus up on top of the volcano, talking to the alchemist. Firepower, dry ice and ash. Nah. Nah. Sliver changing out from the shell hat to the bronze helmet and is headed to the shop first before heading probably north into the volcano ridge. Nothing. Nectar. Not too bad. Just some healing. Yep, headed north to do all the checks along the mountain and also do the raptor cave. Vultus now getting all of the gourd checks on the mountain ridge. Sliver using a couple of call beads, since he does not have that atom smasher that Vultus picks up. So that's a loss in future, like, potential power, which is upsetting, but... oh well. So Sliver is headed up into the maze on the side of the volcano, and eventually to the top of the volcano. Vultus getting the checks in here from the innkeeper, and is probably headed south into the Viper mini-boss fight. Viper Commando. Or Commander. I think I say Commando and Commander about, like, 50-50. Alright, let's see what Vultus decides to do here. Let everybody get in, and is going to start leveling up some explosion. Sliver's setting up to go to the top of the volcano now. Explosion now level 1 for Vultus. Nice to see. Also, you know, just has the Atom Smasher. Just a lot of damage right there. Boom. Alright. And here comes the Viper. There it is. Commander. I need to remember that for the rest of my life. And the Viper fight yields nothing. Great. But there's still a check to get here from the Heal Alchemist once he emerges from the top of the screen. Sliver picking up, I forget what was here. It wasn't anything super fabulous. Yeah, it was firepower and it required like dry ice. Yeah, nah. Alright, let's see what Vultus gets from this check while we're watching his screen. Hyper-focused. Don't miss it. Super heal. And this guy's really leveled up. Mud peppers. Again, mud pepper and root. Yeah, that's the, what, the 4th alchemy formula that we've gotten that includes mud peppers? Jeez. Alright, Vultus heading south. Can get a few checks in some gourds here at the base of the volcano. And should be able to, with sequence breaks on, should be able to skip into the volcano, so. Black Sliver does not continue south, is done with checking everything on the volcano ridge. Oh, and where's he headed? He's having a big think. He's going to Pure Lands. It's the wrong game. I've never seen anybody fly over that island. He's coming back to Act 2. Okay. And Vultus, I guess, opting not to go into the volcano. Maybe going to talk to Fire Eyes the second time. No. I think this is the closest place, the fastest place to get to a Windwalker landing zone. Yep. And now Black Sliver is in Crustacean, is about to get all the checks here. Should be picking up Atom Smasher in just a second. Pretty sure it was in this series of pots and gourds. Oh, that's it. Okay, he just checked that one thing. Okay, he didn't go through the rest of it. Okay. Interesting choice. I was just exchanging his money, I bet. And is going to be buying mud peppers. Okay, Vultus is now also back in Act 2. What is the point of these mud peppers? Energize, barrier. Oh, he's trying to figure out how he can set up invincibility. Ah, he's looking at all of the different effect spells that he has. Not only Alchemy, but also from Call Beads. And Sliver just falls in the pit just because. Just really likes that cutscene. Watching the boy throw his hands up like Kermit the Frog and go screaming down into the pit. Ah! It just brings him joy, you know? Sometimes you gotta stop being a tryhard and just enjoy the goofy nature of the game. Alright, Sliver gets poisoned by a spider. Yeah, he's trying to set up invincibility right now. Has Pixie Dust, has Barrier, has Energize, has Reflect. Probably has something from... I'm trying to think, does Elizabeth give any type of protection? Vultus going in to talk to Blimp. And getting bones and limestone for more explosions. Oh. Okay, so Sliver's actually leaving. Got poisoned, got all this other stuff. I guess he has just enough. Doesn't need to die. Just, like, has enough effects that he's able to overwrite on his own and not worry about using Pixie Dust. And Vultus is now coming back to... I'm trying to remember. Has he checked everything here already? Dude, everybody's glowing right now. All four characters are lit up. I guess this is just a mistake by Vultus. He didn't want to go up here, actually, so he has to sit through this long elevator cutscene. What are we doing? Sliver taking a big think. Okay, going to talk to Elizabeth now, after rescuing Strongheart. And Vultus going back across the river. Dropping into the pit, okay. Just to quickly buy some stuff. Or not. Alright, Sliver getting call beads from Elizabeth. I guess, yeah, he was just trying to figure out, he was just trying to gain some sort of damage output to deal with whatever he comes across. Alright, Vultus going, nope. Changing his mind, dropping into the pit. He was going north to the halls. Doesn't, I mean, like, could have done everything there except for fight the Megatar. Just because he doesn't have a spear. Alright, Sliver's now leaving Act 1. Alright, now Vultus is going towards the pyramid. And Sliver tentatively headed back to Act 3. Okay, so now that he has 6 more call beads, I think he feels like... And he's going to pick up some more from Camilla. That I guess he feels like that's going to be enough damage to deal with the stained glass window enemies, as well as the enemies in the dungeon. So Sliver's the first one fighting these stained glass enemies. Vultus is now running around with a bazooka with like a single bullet inside of the pyramid, but has a reflect and barrier, you know, is protected. Another amulet of annihilation. Yeah, Sliver using those call beads just to obliterate enemies. Alright, and that should be it. Alright, Vultus's barrier has worn off. So, quickly going to put that back on. Alright. And Sliver used call beads to get through, so gets restocked 4 more call beads in his inventory. And is headed down to talk to, probably try his hand with Neris. Dry Ice! Found by Vultus. Kind of important with some of the spells that he has, if he decides to swap things out. Alright, 50-50 shot for Sliver with Neris. Gets corrosion. Alright. $100 and a bunch of alchemy ingredients. An Atlas medallion. Well, a rarity, but not really important. So nothing really found so far for Vultus inside of the pyramid, and Black Sliver's now down in Ebon Keep dungeon and has some pretty nasty enemies to get through. But it has plague, so that's helpful. Going ahead and starting that those dots on the raptor and on the spider. Alright, Vultus rescues the dog. The dog immediately... I don't know if the dog was alive. Serpent bracelet. Okay, some defense found. No. Vultus getting shoved into that holding room with the 5 gourds and the dude that's just kind of hiding out. Alright, Plague being thrown down by Sliver, still going through these enemies. Vultus has taken the back route, coming through the back door to fight the Sons of Anhor. So, little mini-boss fight here that could have a drop. He's got a level 1 explosion? It's something. He also has the Atom Smasher, you know, if he wants to switch to that. Explosion now level 2. Very helpful. Yeah, I figured that Vultus is banking a lot of stuff into Explosion and is going to be visiting Blimp a lot for more Limestone and Bone. Alright, Sliver, I think, just has the guard bot to take down. Vultus still using the Bronze Axe, hasn't swapped over to the Atom Smasher, and is getting stormed. Ooh, big damage, can't take another hit like that. Goes aheads and heals. Goes aheads and heals. Just all, we'll put S's on the end of everything. It's all multiples. Alright, finally, mini-boss taken down. A Diamond Eye, hey! Useful. Alright, that is our first Diamond Eye found. Sliver is doing misses and 0 damage. Trying to slap this guard bot down. Oh my gosh. I mean, he's not getting targeted. Get back here! He's got to chase it down, though. It's so fast. Vultus casting another barrier. Gets a little bit of healing while going through. And is going to make a save here. After finding Diamond Eye. And is on his way up to the top to fight Rimsalah. And Sliver has just taken this guard bot. Oh, finally takes it down. All right. So Sliver is into Act 3. This is our first chance of us seeing it. Our first glimpse at some of the checks here in Ebonkeep Town. Vultus walking in with a single bullet. There it goes. That's it. His one shot. I haven't seen anybody pick up more ammo. But we don't have infinite ammo on right now. Yeah, he's done. He just has this A bazooka. Let's see what he decides to do against Rimsalah. Should have plenty of damage. Sit there waiting. I guess he's more susceptible to magic, or is targetable when he's in the statue. Boom! Rimsalah goes down. Black Sliver's about to pick up a bazooka. A second bazooka. Also, 1,500 jewels. Very nice find, especially when Vultus is going to be spending a lot of that on, like, upkeep for the explosion formula. And get some honey. Okay, nothing. There's Sliver's second bazooka and second thunderball projectile. Vultus is now done with the pyramid. Sliver also picking up armor for the dog and selling off some stuff to clear out some space and also get a little bit of gold back. And as continuing on through checks in Ebonkeep, Vultus learns Defend. Clay and Ash. Alright, that's a cheap spell. Why not have it? And yeah, has about 2,300 jewels, maybe saving it to go to Blimp. I feel like that's kind of his cornerstone for this whole seed is just having access to money, bone, and limestone to cast a pretty decent damage spell. Sliver now getting interrogated by Lance. Let's see what he winds up getting from him. Atlas. Alright. And is this helpful? 3 oil, 1 bone. Castable. Can't set off the Infinite Atlas. But at least that's something that you can cast on yourself. Bone and oil. Pretty easy to come by. Oh, there's the energy core. All right, energy core was just shuffled in, and then Black Silver also learns Lance, Root, and Ash. All right, now we're getting with so much stuff that had like meteorites, mud peppers, dry ice. Now we're getting some castable spells, which is nice. Approachable alchemy, affordable alchemy for the common man. Yep, here comes Vultus to buy limestone and bone. All of his money, his life savings, put it all in the limestone and bone. Gold-plated vest found by Black Sliver. Decent defense. So yeah, that shuffled energy core found by Sliver. Vultus has yet to go to Act 3. But maybe going there now. That may be his next decision. Alright, Sliver done with everything that he wants to do in the town. And decides not to go through the forest. Vultus coming back to Act 3. And Sliver looks like he's on his way out of Act 3. Alright, so they pass each other. Sliver is taking off. Vultus picking up a couple of alchemy spells that are not going to be useful, and is going to fight through the stained glass enemies. Sliver coming back to Act 1. We'll see if he decides to do the swamp or continue south into the elephant graveyard. Or Vultus starts off his fight. Once again with that Atom Smasher, able to do a good bit of physical damage. Alright, Sliver is headed west, so he, I believe, is headed towards the elephant graveyard. Yeah, Vultus is just not... Well, here we go. The dancing fools should be exploded. They deserve it. Those things are rough to deal with. So, understandable not to continue flailing about with the Atom Smasher there for Vultus. Our Black Sliver in his fight against the Vipers and Viper Commander. I remember now. He's not wearing pants. They don't wear pants. He's Commando as well. They both work. Alright, Vultus now headed to talk to Neris, got a few chests to check, and then headed into the dungeon. And has a lot more firepower than Sliver had, so should be able to go through it a little faster. Good deal faster, considering Sliver had to corner the guard bot and just, like, weenie slap him with the bronze axe in the corner. Alright, big ol' nothing check for Sliver. And he's going to be picking up a super heal. Vultus, excited to see, open up a chest and get a limestone. Wow, I can use that to explode things. Just what I've always wanted. Alright. Yeah, Sliver's about to pick up super heal from this alchemist, and we'll see where he decides to go after this. Probably head south and do the rest of the Gourds in the jungle. Go check the 2 Gourds in the shop. And then sequence breaks on. We'll see if he feels like going into the volcano. Vultus throwing down some plague against these spiders. Sliver taking stock of all of the alchemy that he is able to cast and making a decision based on that. Alright, down rains the explosions. Yeah, Sliver leaving the dog up there. By the rock. Oh, just leaving him out of the way. I guess he's making the loop. He's just getting... Yeah, he's not going into the volcano. He's just, trying to get to... Oh, he's gonna be... Sliver's gonna be buying probably oil. Probably trying to get Atlas available That's my guess. All right, Vultus breaks out of the detention center and into Ebon Keep. Sliver loading up on Ash. What? I'm trying to remember. We've seen so much information now at this point. What is cast with Ash that he would want to trade, you know, come back here, trade money, do all this stuff to load up on 99 Ash? Vultus finding 2 more limestone and clapping with glee. Yay, more explosions. And root. Man, I'm trying to remember. I guess we'll see in a second. But he's loading up on 99 of both. Oh, is it Lance? Oh, I think it's Lance. I was trying to think, what does he have, like a 1-in-1 attack spell that he would want to throw with Reckless Abandon? And it seems like Lance was what he picked up. Alright, Sliver's on his way out of Act 1. We'll see where he decides to go now. Vultus talking to Lance now. And picking up Atlas. Doesn't even equip it. Doesn't bother with it. Decides not to shop, either saving his coin, either too rich for his for his purse right now, or just going, you know what, I don't actually need anything. Sliver landing back at Act 3 now. So he's done everything at Ebon Keep. I guess he will be... Alright, there's the energy core for Vultus and Lance. Let's take a gander at this. Yep, that's exactly what it is. And Vultus equips it as well. So energy core found by Vultus, and that's what Black Sliver now has. Should have like 97 casts of Lance. So, I think that's worth the detour, and trading all the money and everything like that is basically having Lance probably till the end of the game. I mean, 97 casts is a lot. Vultus picking up a gold-plated vest. Yeah, Sliver is headed out of Ebon Keep. Maybe not. Oh no, he's headed towards Verminator, and Vultus is doing the same. Vultus has level 3 explosion right now. And of course, both of them having some call beads on hand. So we'll see. Yeah, that's exactly what Sliver has come up here to do, the same thing. So both of them will be fighting Verminator at the same time. Vultus dropping a bunch of explosions on his head. And finishing things off with a couple of flares just to be safe. And one-shots him. Boom. Plenty of damage. 5,400. Or 5,200, excuse me. And gets 1,400 gold for it as well. Nice. Sliver starting his fight. We'll see what he decides to do. Oh boy, a mud pepper. Well, you know, that's helpful for, like, a few things. All right, Sliver, yeah. Time to level up Lance. Time to 8-cast Lance a bunch. How much did that do? 850 damage? Yeah, hey, decent damage for level 0 Lance right now. It's another 1,000, yeah. This is real good for Sliver, being able to get through this fight very quickly, and also just being able to level up Lance against this wall of hit points that is a Verminator. So, you know, worth. There it is, boom. And he's going to be also picking up a lone Mud Pepper. Vultus talking to Tinker now. Going through this cutscene, getting it out of the way. So that probably leveled up Lance to level... I mean, I don't know how many cycles of 8 casting that was. Maybe 4? So that should be level 2, maybe 3 Lance right now. So that's going to be helpful for the rest of the run. And has a nice number of casts left of it. So... in a good position for damage output. Alright, Sliver and Vultus both leaving Act 3. Let's see where they decide to go. All right, both of them coming back to Act 2. And probably headed across the river. Oh, yep. Vultus is going to exchange his money real quick. And then I guess go buy more stuff for Explosion. So he's doubling back to go talk to Blimp for Bone and Limestone. This is Sliver's first time across the river, I believe. I don't know if he came across here to cut down any of these stones. We'll see in a second when he passes them. Nope, he hasn't cut them down. Oh, the stones! No, he doesn't get... Okay, he's going to the pyramid. And from what we've learned from Vultus, I don't think there was anything... Oh! Missteps. Black Sliver's down in the pit. Oh, no. Yeah, Vultus spends his life savings on Bone and Limestone and Ash. Black Sliver getting Revealer. Hey, dingbat. You're falling in the pit? Here's Revealer. Thanks. Also picks up a call beads from Horus. Sliver too broke to buy roots and ash, so oh well. All right, Vultus landing back at the volcano base and is probably heading into the swamp. All right, Sliver makes it across the hole and is going into Pyramid. Vultus going into the swamp. And Vultus, yeah, just taking out that Frippo at the end to make the bridge to Salabog, skipping all of the other gourd checks. Yep, Vultus throwing down a bunch of explosions, and... is this one shot? One shot! Done. Salabog. Oh, no. He just went back down. That was weird. I thought that, I guess he just took damage, and, I thought that... okay, there it is. That's the explosion I was looking for. Salabog's head disappeared, and I thought, he took him out, but I guess he just dealt damage, and then the sprite of the head disappeared. All right, Black Sliver throwing down a bunch of lances into the Sons of Anhur. Vultus about to talk to Blimp. Boom! Boss down. There is his first Diamond Eye. So now we are neck and neck. Looking for second Diamond Eye, looking for the wheel. All right, what have we got from Blimp? A titanium vest. Hey! Yeah, not too shabby. That is some good defense right there. Thank you, Blimp, for this space-age armor. Vultus not impressed, not putting it on. Right? Isn't that titanium armor like the stuff you get in Omnitopia? From the shop? Right? He's gonna wing out. I guess he's got barrier and reflect and all that stuff, so who cares? But you could at least put it on. At least pretend that you care about his gifts. No, Blimp should be thankful, because you've already given him so much money buying bone and limestone off of him. Alright, Sliver throwing down tons of lances, raining from the sky. Boom. Rimsala goes down. And Vultus trying to skip into the volcano, and does. Does so successfully. He does this. Black Sliver getting some of the sweetest honey from a dead god. And Vultus is now inside of the volcano. So this is our first time seeing these checks. Oh, excuse me. Black Sliver falling into this pit. This time on purpose. Vultus picking up a couple of bones and leaps for joy. Sliver learning defend, doesn't turn it on, doesn't bother with it. Vultus trying to skip this rock instead. Sends the dog south. Alright, yeah. Sliver loading back up on Ash and Root with the money that he just got from Rimsala. And reloads all of his lance casts. Nothing exciting yet in the volcano, but there's still plenty of stuff to check here. Alright, Vultus is done with the first room and headed to the back rooms of the volcano. Has an alchemist to talk to, has the second Viper commander to fight. Black Sliver now headed up into the halls. Doesn't have a spear of any kind yet. Also still just running around with that bronze axe. Alright, what do we got here from the alchemist? Hardball. Is it cool though? Vultus doesn't even care. It's brimstone and something else. Vultus, nah. I've already put all of my chips on explosion. So that's what we're doing. Alright, Sliver navigating this pit. And hits the switch and is going to be going through the halls in just a second. Alright, in section number 1 of the halls for Sliver, and Vultus is still going through the back area. Up, and here he is in the second fight against the Viper Commander. And eat explosion. Blam, done. Nothing! Celebrate. Hold your axe to the sky, and a single tear rolls down your face as you are rewarded with nothing. Alright, first section done for Sliver. Into the second section, which is the mini tar, little baby tar. Look at him. What a little guy. 93 casts of lance. Yeah, a wonderful reload for Sliver. Blam! Minotaur goes down. Lance now level 5. Dang. Alright, Vultus is now headed into the sewers of the volcano. Sliver headed into the third section of the halls. Ooh, interesting. Skip there. I don't know if I'd seen that done before on Sliver's screen. Yeah, Vultus not checking anything in the Gourds. Is just hitting the switch and going for the boss. Alright, Sliver wings out to the steps and is about to go into the fourth and final section of the halls. While Vultus is starting his fight after this twin-o-matic against Magnar. Or Magmar, excuse me. I don't know why. I'm really messing up a lot of names today. A lot of things. Didn't see any damage go down. There it is. Okay, it just didn't. The numbers didn't get shown. Alright. What do we get from Magmar? And also, Sliver's about to fight the Mad Monk. Bunch of M's going on. Diamond Eye! Second Diamond Eye from Magmar. Spider Claw from the Mad Monk. Not great. Alright, Vultus is now up, just looking for the wheel. That's it. We're about to hit the 1 hour mark. Sliver coming back here to talk to the Fireball Alchemist. Vultus can take a little coffee break. Waiting for the cinematic to get blown sky high out of the volcano. And then wind up in Crustacea. Sliver trying to negotiate the dog to get all of his checks for him. Unfortunately, the alchemist doesn't show up until the boy appears. So, was able to open those 2 pots, but still has to run the dog back. I guess he thought that the boy was just going to automatically follow, like, the pathing. The boy would just follow the dog. Like, whatever character the player had control of, the other character would just follow through the walls. And that didn't happen. The boy got stuck and confused. Alright, finally got the boy to come all this way here. We'll see where Vultus decides to go. Probably to the market. Yep. Because he can fight a Vigor, and now that he has 2 Diamond Eyes, he can fight... Oh, we got Crush for Sliver. Vultus loads back up on Bone and Limestone. Sliver hasn't no spears found so far. The only lance that we've seen is the Alchemy lance, which Sliver has been using quite a lot. Vultus hasn't checked the Beekeeper yet. Is going to do that. So yeah, about to go and fight Vigor and fight. I guess I don't know if that timer's still available. Going to fight Vigor and going to fight Aegis, which will then open up the Aquagoth check, as well as going to Tiny Side Out. So that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of running around. Yep, not a lot of weapons found. Honestly, just axes. That bronze axe, given it Thrax. Vultus, finding that Atom Smasher has been really helpful for a few encounters. And then Sliver picking up the Spider Claw is just like, whatever. This might as well have been a nothing check. Alright, Vultus starting his fight against Vigor, waiting for this, or not starting the fight yet, but starting the cinematic towards it. Sliver gets the rock skip up to Nobilia, and has a full market. Oh, there goes the timer. Oh, there goes everybody. Wow. Incredible timing. All right, so both of them have come to Nobilia to fight Vigor. But Vultus has 2 Diamond Eyes, so if this doesn't give anything important, he can turn right back around and fight Aegis. However, calling it now, if Vigor gets the 2nd Diamond Eye, good luck, fortunate luck for Sliver, and for Vultus, it's like, of course. Found the 2nd Diamond Eye for nothing. Alright. Nothing in the pots. Alright, Vultus starting his fight with Vigor. Sliver getting his waiting period before the combat. Is going to check these gourds real quick in the holding chambers. Alright, Sliver's waiting period is over, so he's about to drift into the final cinematic before his fight. Vultus is starting his fight in just a second after getting berated by the audience. Alright, here goes. Explosion time. Blam. Not a lot of damage. Yeah, Vultus trying to get this, yeah, not a lot of damage from the Atom Smasher right now. He's using Explosion to basically just, like, deal a little bit of damage and then reset to get a swipe in. He's not hitting hard. Oh, well, he's got plenty of damage with, Explosion. He's just trying to slowly bleed them out. Sliver, on the mean hand, 95 casts of Lance, so he doesn't have this kind of... So he's just going to multicast Lance a bunch. Whoa, Boomerang Axe. Nobody ever does that. Nobody ever levels up the axe that much. What do we get? What's our reward? It's... Wait, the Crusader Sword, not Gladiator Sword. Excuse me. A different weapon. Still not a spear. So Sliver throwing lance after lance into his back. There it is. Okay. Vigor is down for Sliver. He will be picking up his Crusader Sword in a second. Also, you know, 1,500 jewels. Vultus is happy to see that, to restock stuff for Explosion. But not yet. Because he has 2 Diamond Eyes, he can start immediately into the fight with Aegis. Alright, there's Sliver's Crusader Sword. And Vultus loops back around, and the market's still empty. Up, leaving. Getting out of here. Ah, came back to talk to Blimp. Learns Cure, doesn't help. Reloads on Bones and Limestone. Yeah, nobody's gone through the forest yet. I mean, I can't think of much else that they can do. Like, Vultus could have fought Aegis. And I guess what he could have done is fought Aegis, then gone through the underground area to fight Aquagoth, and wound up at the front part of Ivor Tower and gone through the city that way. But come back to Act 3. Yeah, nobody's gone through the forest. Nobody's gone through Ivor Tower yet. I guess that's the other thing is... Then the question is, okay, there are 2 boss fights that you could wing, or 3 boss fights that you can wing backwards through. Fighting the Drake, fighting the boys on the bridge, then fighting the Foot Knight. And all you have to do is cast wings. And if you try and do that forward, you have to go through the forest. And I guess, you know, you can always go back to Act 2 and fly and land in Nobilia and fight Aegis. And then fly south. Go across the river, you know, all that kind of stuff. To go fight Aquagoth, but... Yeah. Yeah, this seems like the right play. Is just going through the forest backwards, like using wings, just, you know, the usual way in the randomizer. There's more boss checks. And that greater density of boss checks this way. And so yeah, Vultus is running into the fight against the Drake. And just throws in a bunch of explosions. Black Sliver probably on his way to Act 3 now as well. Yep. Alright, the Drake goes down. Vultus receives 3,000 gold. Well, that certainly is a spear. That'll allow the players to run slightly faster with the spear weapon, but it's not anything that really gains any access, you know? Bronze Spear or higher would have at least given access to the Megatar. Maybe they don't want to see that. Maybe they don't want to, you know, have that be a possibility. Our Sliver is now down in the sewers as well, under Ebon Keep. Alright, last boy for Vultus in this mini-boss fight. Okay, we'll see what this check is. Sliver almost through the sewers, on his way to the Drake. Okay, alright. Game. We'll just find all of the spears in order, going this way. Neat. Alright, Sliver's about to start his fight against the Drake and is just gonna call down 8 lances. So here we go. Boom. Done. Lance reaches level 6, and he's going to be picking up the Horn Spear, marking that for him. Vultus fighting the Foot Knight now. High magic defense on this boss, so Explosion not getting as much bang for his buck out of this, but it's still faster than fighting him with the Atom Smasher, you know, or the dog. It's just expensive. It just is a sink. Okay, all these weapons back to back to back. Why not the lance? Why not a vanilla lance and have a Horn Spear, Bronze Spear, lance, all back to back to back. All right, nothing from those 3 bosses. Well, the Bronze Spear gives access, but like, nah. Sliver fighting his last boy on the bridge and is going to be picking up the Bronze Spear in just a second. Going to go ahead and mark that for him. Vultus getting through the hedge maze and is about to head into Ivor Tower. Yay, a second spear. Nah. Vultus using whatever he has available for call-up just to reload on call beads. And there's another one. Alright, time to check out the town. And Sliver has now made it to the chessboard and is going to fight the Foot Knight. And same thing, gonna throw a bunch of lances. Old Reliable found. Vultus has 2 really nice pieces of armor right now and just hasn't put them on. Found the titanium vest from Blimp in the swamp. Just found Old Reliable. The Night Basher. All right, that's Gummy Tower. Oh boy. I guess already had access to it with the Atom Smasher, so not as big of a Yahoo to see that. Black Sliver using his 1 bullet. I know he has a couple of them. He had 2. Right, from the 2 different bazooka instances that he's picked up. Alright. Foot Knight goes down for Sliver. He gets a Gladiator Sword. And he's about to head into Ivor Tower, which Vultus just went through and didn't get anything really important. So, Alright, Vultus is coming to the halls right now and has a Bronze Spear. Sliver went through all of the checks here already. Was not able to fight the Megatar, though, so Vultus will let us see that for the first time. And see what this drop is. Alright, time to explode a Megatar. And another thing, after this fight, Vultus can exchange some money and go to Blimp and buy more bones and limestone. Picked up a lot of money there from the Megatar, and it is... okay. I talked about it earlier. I was like, wow, we haven't seen any spears so far, and then boom, boom, boom. Like, Horn Spear and Bronze Spear back-to-back. Bronze Spear gives you the lance. Like, alright, game. Neat. Alright, Sliver is out of Ebon Keep proper, out into the fields in the front, and is about to take the well back. And Vultus is going back into the halls. Sliver probably about to do the same now that he's gone backwards through the well. Back to Act 2. Probably going to take that Bronze Spear and check the Megatar real quick. I don't think there was anything important found in the halls. So this is not a great choice for Vultus, but... he's still up a Diamond Eye, though. Which I believe was at... Was that at Magmar? It was somewhere in the volcano, I believe, because that's what Vultus has done and Sliver has not. Sliver throws down a handful of spears at the Megatar, takes him out, gets a lance. Vultus fighting the Minotaur, casting a few instances of explosion. Done with that. So Vultus is now 2 out of the 4 parts of the way through the halls. And Sliver is now done with everything that he can do in Act 2 that I'm aware of. Doesn't have a second Diamond Eye. Has done everything. Yeah, that's all that he has access to around here. Going ahead and loading back up on Ash and Root, though, so that's nice for Sliver. Okay, that should be 3 of the 4 sections done for Vultus, and so now he's on to the final one to go fight the Mad Monk and deal with the... talk to the Fireball Alchemist. Still don't know where this wheel is. Alright, Sliver's going up and away. Probably headed to Act 1 right now to do the volcano. Or the swamp. Those are 2 things he has not done, so we'll see which he picks to do first. Back to Act 3. Oh, is he climbing? Oh, no, he didn't drop fully. The screen changed. I was like, is he about to do Gummy Tower? Maybe. Alright, Vultus. About to explode the Monk. Sliver, which way you headed? You headed south, you headed west. Or east. East it is! Into the swamp to fight Salabog. Vultus picking up that Spider Claw from the Monk. And is headed towards the Fireball Alchemist. Alright, that Frippo gets eviscerated, and Sliver is starting his fight now with Salabog. Vultus gets crushed and does not care. He's going to wing out of here. That's his last pair of wings. Alright, same thing. I got the same fake out from Sliver. I guess when he, in order to accelerate the animation from casting all these spells, you know, goes into the status screen and then back out. It just causes Salabog just to, the head to disappear, taking some form of damage. So, but still, just like Vultus did it in 2 rotations. Alright, Vultus now buying some, obviously reloading on Explosion, and then what? I guess going to fight Aegis. Silver's about to pick up the Titanium Vest, I believe, from Blimp, if I remember correctly. No, Vultus is not going there. Where's he headed? Yeah, Titanium Vest. What else has he not done? Coleoptera, Gomi Tower, that whole sequence. So yeah, Vultus coming to Act 3. That's all I can figure that he would do here, is this is Gomi Tower climb. And Sliver did not fly away, so he's about to go through the volcano, which is good. That puts him on the path towards his second Diamond Eye. Alright, Sliver gets the rock skip into the volcano. Yep, and Vultus is on his way through the Ebon Keep sewers. Probably going to do the Gomi Tower Mongola sequence. I mean, I can't think of anything else that he would be doing in Act 3. Like, that's... Alright, Sliver's done with the main room and is headed to the back rooms, the maze, in the back of the volcano. On his way to fight the commander, the Viper commander right now. Alright, Vultus, yep, climbing Gomi Tower. Switching to a spear weapon to move a little bit faster. Shuffling up through all of these maggots and dragons. Alright, and Sliver has made it to the second Viper Commander fight. And Vultus makes it to the top of the tower. There's a big old nothing check from Sliver, but he must persevere and get to the back. Get to Magmar. What was that was cast on Sterling? Something from a call bead. I didn't recognize it. Oh well, he's dead now. Or not dead, but defeated. Pacified. Alright, Sliver going back into the sewers in the volcano. Vultus gets slow burn, yay! Doesn't, yeah, who cares? Alright, Sliver hitting the switch to go towards Magmar. Ooh, gonna make a save real quick, just in case. So now Vultus is inside of the sewers in Ivor Tower. Got an alchemist to talk to here. Levitate. Okay. Wow. Which required crystal and vinegar, or ethanol. So that could be the what is necessary to do the tiny checks. All right, here comes Sliver's fight with Magmar. Blam, 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 blam. Machine gun lance. Ha! He didn't even make it to the arena. He's mid-air leaping out of the lava. All right, here comes Sliver's second diamond eye. Boom, happy to see that. And Vultus is about to fight Mongola. Ooh, Sliver up and away, and then back down. All right, here comes Vultus's fight against the Marionettes and Mongola. Let's see if this is helpful at all. All right, plenty of damage on this explosions just to single cast and take out the Marionettes. Mongola is now visible and vulnerable, and he just starts laying stuff down. Sliver has floated up into Crustacea. 4,000 damage, big hit, couple more casts. That should be enough. Yep, plenty of damage. Mongola goes down. Sliver, let's see where he decides to go. Headed north. Has 2 diamond eyes. I wonder if he's going to go deal with Aegis. Doesn't have levitate, though. Alright, there goes the queen. Down goes the queen. And what does she drop? Let's see. Oh, you get it from the king. Ah! Vanilla. $10,000. Thank you, and come again. Well, man, think of how many explosions you can buy with that kind of cash. And now we're stuck in a long sequence of cinematics. Vultus escaping the crumbling Ivor Tower, and Sliver waiting for Aegis to show up. And then afterwards, a lot of talking, a lot of gabbing. Sliver still has about 60 casts left of Lance. Let's see, is that enough? Yeah, Aegis goes down. Vultus sprinting through the town of Ivor Tower. And is making his way to the well to jump back to Act 2. All right, tiny yeet. And Vultus on his way across the river, I guess, to go do the same thing. Go fight Aegis. But first, I have so much money. Well, I have a lot of gold. Let's see how many jewels he has. But he's not too low on ingredients anyway, so plenty of money. Plenty of leftover jewels. Doesn't have to go to exchange stuff. Level 6 explosion. Alright, Sliver's headed back to the palace to go talk to Horus. Vultus is now crossing the desert to go do his Aegis fight. Alright, bunch of nobody around for Vultus to greet him. Oh boy, heal, thanks. Sliver just needs to hope that he doesn't need the levitate formula. Alright, here comes Vultus with a bunch of multicasts of high-level explosion. And a few call bead spells. Just trying to, I guess, one-cycle Aegis. Yep, and does it. 6,300 damage. Plenty. But this is not going to lead to anything immediately that is useful. Sliver's now headed across the river. Oh, can go first talk to the Drain Alchemist. Regrowth. Ah, nothing. Alright, so Sliver can check Gourds in Tiny's hideout, or he can just go into the caves and go to Aquagoth. Vultus has a choice to make, because he can actually get to Tiny, because he has Levitate, so... But I don't see Sliver caring. He hasn't even cracked open those rocks yet to check those gourds, so I don't feel like he's going to deal with gourds. Also, coming here to quickly buy some more roots and ash to keep Lance topped up. Quick save in case he dies, or this check is nothing and he can hard reset. Yep. Headed to Aquagoth. Vultus is now leaving Nobilia and is about to head across the river, and we'll see what he does. Did he cast Levitate on the... Well, I guess no more gourd checks are necessary for key items at this point. So it's whether or not he decides to go to Tiny's hideout first or Aquagoth, since he has Levitate. Vultus has not bothered talking to the Alchemist again. Ooh, particle bombs. Okay. Some damage. Be good against the Carltron fight. Alright. Sliver is starting his fight with Aquagoth. Vultus is on his way where? Where? Tiny's hideout first? Yes. Alright. Moment of truth here. 5,000 jewels, and what for Sliver? Oh, man, alright. Wow, lucky. Does not need, levitate. Woo! Alright, so Sliver is now in go mode. 2 diamond eyes, has the gauge, has the wheel, has the energy core. Vultus is going to get nothing from, or nothing important from Tiny, and then immediately go to fight Aquagoth. So this puts Sliver in the lead. Now he just needs to stay in the lead. Vultus now teleporting back and forth to get up to Tiny's podium. And this cutscene that Sliver is dealing with right now, with the well and getting the poodle dog out, Vultus will have to deal with that as well, even after getting the wheel. He's not going to be able to skip it. Alright, what did Tiny have for us, if anything? The third diamond eye. Oh boy, so, yeah. Wow. I'm trying to remember where Levitate was that Vultus picked up. What did he do? He did... What extra things did he do? Oh, did he get it from the Sterling fight? I think that's where he got it. Alright, so Sliver well in the lead right now. Vultus well on his way to the wheel. Gonna go fight Aquagoth. And Sliver... I'm trying to remember if both of them have... I think both of them have done the Tinker landing cutscene. So that won't be a big point of time loss for Sliver. Alright, Vultus goes down into the pit on his way to Aquagoth and the wheel and go mode. Sliver on his way to turn all of those items in. I guess he thought maybe I should buy some roots and some ash before headed up. Vultus still scrambling about in the cave. Picking up his particle bombs and heading north to fight Aquagoth. Alright, about to drop a bunch of explosions. Getting stopped with a lightning storm. And speaking of explosions, here goes Black Sliver into space, riding explosions into the heavens. Boom, 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 boom. Up, up, and away. So we'll see what Sliver decides to do. Alright, 5,000 jewels for Vultus and the wheel. There it is, in go mode. So we'll see if Sliver just decides to immediately jump in to the fight. Or if he's going to go shopping. Yep. Alright, Sliver's on his way, probably, yeah, to the shop in Omnitopia. And Vultus is almost done with his cutscene here in Act 3. Alright, Saturn skip for Sliver. And Vultus drops back down the well to get back to Act 2. So now he has to get to his Whirly Bop and go back to Tinker's lab before going to space. Yeah, Sliver loading up on Cryoblast before the final fight against Carltron. So once again, as a reminder from the beginning of this whole thing, this is short boss rush. So Metal Magmar and Carltron, that's it, both with half health. So I believe that is 12,500 health for Metal Magmar and 15,000 health for Carltron. Metal Magmar susceptible to magic attacks. Oh, Sliver looking for the... What is he doing? There it is. He was like a screen off. He was just trying to find the drop down. So getting the Saturn skip. But yeah, Carltron has a pretty high magic defense, so Need to get those cryoblasts. The dog waited on the boy, now the boy's waiting on the dog. Everybody's waiting on everybody. Alright, finally, dropping in. Alright, Sliver, in the boss fight, just doesn't need to beef it. Is well ahead of Vultus right now. This should be game for him. So throwing down a bunch of lance attacks right now. What do we got there? What kind of damage we got on an 8 cast of lance? 3,900. Alright, so a few more cycles of that. Plenty of lances to cast as well, since it is a 1-in-1 spell. Oh, and there goes Metal Magmar. Alright, switching over to the bazooka, and got to get behind him. Oh, Energize, also a good idea to cast. And there's his Cryoblasts. And is fighting from the front. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, now he's like, nah, never mind. I'll sit back behind him. Alright. So this is gonna be Sliver. Vultus, doing the same thing, going to shop, buy a handful of Cryoblasts, and then go to the boss as well. Sliver letting loose. There it is. And Sliver is done with a time of 1 hour, 41 minutes, 53 seconds. GG. Sliver. Vultus should be wrapping up in just a couple of minutes himself. Has to go shopping and then go deal with the short boss rush. Man, they did everything. What a long seed. And a lot of running back and forth. It was like, now that you have this, go back to where, you know, back to Act 2. Now they have this, go back to Act 3, you know. There's a lot of doubling back and forth along the paths and along checks for both runners. And just, yeah, just trying to hunt down that wheel. And for Sliver, also getting that second diamond eye. Trying to find that. But both of them having plenty of damage output with their spells that they decided to latch onto. Sliver going through Evan Keep first and finding Lance and realizing how cheap it was. Vultus already kind of like hitching his wagon to Explosion and finding Lance going like, this would be nice, but I'm already casting Explosion. And I think that it caused him a lot more back and forth because it was a 2-in-1 cast and Sliver's shutting everything off. Because we're going to continue watching Vultus, though. He's just got this boss fight to finish. Because it was a 2-in-1 ratio cast, he had fewer casts that he was able to do. Like buying 99, whatever, of each, of Bone and Limestone, still meant he only had 49 casts that he could throw out. And so it was just a lot more shopping for him. And also a lot more money, a lot more cost for Bone and Limestone versus, you know, Ash and Root for Lance. So honestly, I think it may have come down to less travel time to shops and being able to cast more from a single shopping standpoint for Black Sliver that really helped him make more efficient use of boss fights and everything like that, not having to go shop as much. Our Metal Magmar goes down for Vultus, so now he's just got to sit back with Energize behind Carltron and blast him away. Waiting for... Could you come over here, please? Could you come over here? Yes, yes, you killed my dog. Could you come over here, Plo? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please and thank you. Alright. Vultus should be wrapping up in the next 30 seconds or so against this fight against Carltron's robot. And that'll be GG for him as well. But well run by both of them. Just a lot of doubling back and a lot of, you picked up this thing now? Let's go check this. Oh, you picked this up? Like, do I have enough firepower to deal with, you know, this boss? Do I have enough firepower to deal with the dungeon in Evan Keep? All right, Vultus finishes with a time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, 1 second. GG's to Vultus. GG's to both of our runners. Congratulations on getting through the seed. Well run. Yeah, it just came down to a lot of early checks of going, do I have enough damage output? Vultus finding that Atom Smasher kind of helped out with a few boss fights as well, and also kind of just slapping a few enemies away from him, just having that extra damage output and not having to rely exclusively on call beads and alchemy. You know, getting a little bit of physical damage there kind of sped up some of that stuff, because then the Sliver took a long time in the dungeon of Ebon Keep, slapping down that guard bot with the bronze axe. That just took forever. So but yeah, okay, interesting runs. Congratulations on both of them once again, and thank you so much to both Black Sliver and Vultus for allowing me to rebroadcast their races. If you want to follow either or both of the runners that you saw here today, I have their links to their Twitch pages down in the description, so go and check them out. Support them, give them follows as well. If you want to play the Evermizer yourself, you can go down into the description. There should be a link to the Evermizer site, which allows you to generate seeds to run for yourself. And if you want to join the Evermizer community, the Discord should be linked below. You can go and run the weekly seed yourself if you want to race against people. Also come in and ask some questions about Secret of Evermore in general. There are a lot of speedrunners there as well that know a lot of tech and just a lot of ins and outs and a lot of technical stuff behind the scenes. So if you have some general questions, if this is your first time going through Secret of Evermore, you know, or you're just trying to learn optimizing routes and stuff like that, a lot of knowledge there, as well as just talking to people about randomizers and everything like that. So be sure to check those links out down below. That is it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me yap away. It's been a blast. So that's it. I'm logging off now. Bye, everybody.